Alex here, reporting for Press for Truth, and today I wanted to point out that in George Orwell's 1984, Oceania is this despotic nation where the elite exercise central control over not only all of North and South America, but also Britain. And while Europe and Russia here are united in Eurasia, Britain stands alone as uniquely Western. Because, you see, Britain has always been distinct from the continent. Of all the European superpowers, Britain was the strongest. It even once held the position as the world's policeman. Now that, unfortunately, is being delegated to the United States. And the United States did ask Britons to remain. The establishment was absolutely pro-European Union, pro-centralization, pro-one world currency, and centralized banking. But it seems to me that the home of the Rothschild banking dynasty has different plans in store, I'm sure. I mean, nothing is coincidence in London's political affairs. And so the question here is Brexit some sort of controlled domino for a larger fall or a manufactured disorder? In other words, foreign central banks like the Federal Reserve has said that they're going to provide liquidity to Britain if need be, so there is that. And let's not forget that the surveillance control grid is still very present. Britain is basically the beta testing ground for the absolute police state all over the world. And while the left elite promoted open borders, well, the reaction has been the populist right, who have rejected the forced integration and erosion of Western values. And so now, the independent Britain state is going to use border controls to further consolidate everything north of the English Channel as some sort of prison for people who mistakenly believe that they're still free. And as the decline in industrial jobs continue, no government is going to be able to solve it because of their socialism. You know, the zeitgeist is going to continue to repeat, making all the same mistakes and applying bad economics. And the inevitable result is going to be a reduction in living standards and a poorer population with all the accompanying theft and crime. It's basically a modern-day picture of Venezuela is what you can expect for Europe and North America. As the establishment left have pushed for integration and immigration and unification and the centralization of power, well, the British people have rejected it. Election turnouts are higher in Britain national elections than they are in European Union elections. And now that immigration and the role of the EU are issues in Britain, there's nothing that politicians can do to undermine the growing populism. It's really a giant chessboard right now, and the Brexit may signal a sort of decision for the ruling elite to dump the lower-ranked leftist aggressors. So, are we moving to this world where the leftist establishment just gets replaced by right-wing populism? Where an anti-establishment establishment still directs all the outcomes towards a goal that's favored by the top-tier elite? I mean, it's not a plan where everyone in the government and banking would win. Some people are going to have to be burned at the stake, essentially. But I can assure you, it won't be the Rothschilds. They will do anything in their power to prevent the exposure of the ruling order. Anything to uphold this illusion that we choose our own destinies here. You know, a secular atheist libertarian order might just be what the doctor ordered here. A sort of pseudo-revolution where the people knock off this lower chain of command, but they keep the red shields in power. With Britain out of the EU in the wake of this Bilderberg European visit, well, the future is definitely uncertain. So I'd just say, just make sure that you're on the right side of history. I always say vote leave in all aspects of control over your lives, because global noncompliance is truly what the global elite fear the most. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're new here, and also check the links in the description for all the sources to this video, and also find out how you can donate or you can join the team here as a PFT member. We can't do this work without you. And stay tuned, guys. We've got more video reports coming soon to pressfortruth.ca. Be regarded as having disputed the will and shall therefore suffer the consequences of doing so. Needless to say, the House of Rothschild had established itself as an incredibly wealthy, powerful, and secretive family. They were ruthless in all business ventures, and they still are to this day, driven by an all-consuming lust for wealth and power.